brought Jesus front and center here and leaning it on my TV. Let's see what's going on. Chalkboard. I'm trying to get all creative, like that you couldn't see the chalkboard through the heart, but it's gotta see the chalkboard, right? Okay. Well, I've decided not to go with the regular course of action, song, pray, read, talk, listen, give, but to talk about the Bible and the English language and the differences in interpretation of the Bible and changing the whole meaning and context of the actual Word of God, and to make sure that we have the right context and the right mindset going forward. Is it without form, comma, and void? Or is it without form and void, without a comma? So some Bibles will have a comma here, and other Bibles will have no comma. So if it's without form, comma, and void, that means it's without form and without void. So no black holes, there's no void, nothing's missing. So without form and without void, without something missing. That's if there's no comma. So without form and void, it's considered the same algorithm, and it's saying that this is without form and this is without void. Without void. Where here, it's without form, comma, and void, meaning something is missing. Here, it's without form and nothing is missing. So which is it? Is it without form and something is missing? Or is it without form and without void with nothing missing? I'm thinking the comma, without form, without void, and void, without void. So the comma says, and something's missing. So let's look into this, the standard world-renowned copy. Let's see what it says. So I'll get my divine light here. Okay. Day. And when I bring this light into this space, it becomes night. I take the light away, it's clear as day. Anyways, let's take a look what's going on here. Hopefully these two Bibles agree, because okay. Here in the standard version, it's without form and void. So it has no comma. So it's without form, without void. So nothing's missing. The earth was without form and void. See here, and it says, and darkness, so comma, and darkness. So here in this version as well, they agree that without form and void, without something missing. See, personally, I'm thinking there's something missing. I think we need to keep the comma in, because this comes across this comma in the Bible many times. And if it's there, it means one thing. If it's not, it means another. So it comes across also the tree in the garden. There's two trees. And if there's a comma there, it means that there's a tree inside the garden and there's a tree outside the garden. But if you take the comma out, then both trees are in the garden and there are no trees outside the garden. So which is it? Is there no trees outside the garden, or are there two trees in the garden? Anyways, it's good to keep in mind. I don't know. I'll try to keep, as I read along, and keep a track of where the comma comes into play and whether or not it's without form, comma, and void, or without form and void. Without void, with something missing, or without something. And it's also, this is the things that I'm concerned with as far as like the changes. Well, in some Bibles, there's a comma, some there isn't. So who changed that? And who decided that there was a comma or there wasn't a comma? And then my whole big concern is that if you go to the original King James, there were no oxes in there, there were unicorns. And then by the third edition, they changed a unicorn into an ox. Like, someone's going to have to explain to me how a unicorn became an ox. Anyways, just going off here a little bit today, I wanted to play a song. I wanted to get into the history and do some osmosis, but like, clearly, you tell me, is there something missing in life, or is it complete? There's nothing missing. It's all in your head. Something has to be missing, no? Anyways, I thought that cleared it up. It's just a short program today. I guess I can see if anyone's listening. I'll put a little chat down there. Helps to click on it, eh? I'm on my own top chat. At the top chatter of my own chat. I'm thinking I'm liking Jesus right up front there. Like, I somehow got him off the back wall. I really wanted him in front, up in center. So like, be careful, because I can easily knock that over. It's sitting there on the edge. There's nothing holding Jesus up. He's just leaning on there. But if I just tweak it one way that way, or one way this way, or one way, just by a fraction, Jesus is going to be falling. Anyways, hopefully he doesn't fall. I know God's chalkboard, he's barely on there too. He's just kind of sitting there on the wall. And if I'm not too careful, and my barbarian friend over here, my Viking ancestor, the Berserker, he got on the show somehow. Anyways, I guess that's the talk for today. Peace be with you all.